Hi there, good afternoon everyone. This is Liz Davis. I am a nutritionist and I specialise in digestive health for busy women. So I help busy women fix their reflux, bloating, painful digestion, IBS symptoms, any kind of related hormone problems. And I do this with state-of-the-art gut testing, hormone testing, any other kind of labs that we need, and then dietary lifestyle upgrades, supplements, etc. to bring things back into balance for you and get you feeling as you should do again. So one of the main things that tends to crop up alongside gut symptoms is this feeling of chronic fatigue. People who have gut problems do get very, very tired all the time. And there are a number of reasons for this. So I was just going to do a quick run through so you're aware of how much an impact it has when you've got gut problems. That it has a huge impact on the rest of the body. So the typical issues that would come up as a result of this would be, as I say, a lot of tiredness, poor immunity, hormone problems, etc. So it really does have a far-reaching effect on the whole body. So the first reason why this might be is if you have problems with your digestive system. For example, you've got low stomach acid, or maybe you've got your pancreas isn't producing adequate levels of enzymes. Your food isn't going to be broken down efficiently in the first place. So if it's not broken down efficiently, then it doesn't get absorbed further along the gut. You're just not going to get the nutrients on board that you need. So that is the first big reason. So the second big reason could be that you've got an imbalance in your gut bacteria. So if you have too many species going on that are not too kind of friendly and good for you, and far too many of those kind of unfriendly ones, they'll crowd out the beneficial ones, and you need those beneficial ones to really help you absorb your food and absorb your nutrients. So that's one big reason you might be feeling tired. And they're also really, critical for things like energy levels, hormone production, and they affect your mood and everything, and so many other things beside. So it's really important to keep those bacterial colonies in balance, because they are, they just affect everything if they get out of kilter, not just give you gut problems. So anytime you get, an episode of prolonged stress, maybe you've been stressed since childhood, for example, or just day-to-day stresses or pollution and so on, anything like that can really have a negative impact on your bacteria levels. So it's not even just a case of having a course of antibiotics, which annihilates, quite a lot of bacteria in one go. It's those kind of ongoing stresses and strains through life will have an impact as well. So that's always worth looking into, what your different levels of bacteria are doing. So next up then is inflammation. So for example, if you have some quite pathogenic strains of bacteria going on, that can cause inflammation, as can something like, a food intolerance. So there are lots and lots of reasons why you might have inflammation going on in your gut. There are loads of kind of, other illnesses as well that can cause excessive inflammation. But I'm just talking about low-grade inflammation that goes on and on. So if, for example, you have a cold, it's the inflammation caused by the cold virus comes and goes very quickly. It will pass in a week. But sometimes if you've got this chronic ongoing inflammation, it can just go on and on and on for years. It's ticking along in the background. You don't really notice it too much, but it does make you feel very, very tired. So that can be another reason. And as I say, that can be triggered by tiredness. It can be triggered by an intolerance or bacterial imbalance, or maybe you've got kind of quite a pathogenic strain of something going on. So that's worth considering as well. So next up is compromised gut lining, so otherwise known as leaky gut. This can cause you to have a lot of fatigue going on, because what happens is your gut lining isn't as robust as it should be, so it can allow tiny particles of food and stuff into your system. When that happens, your system will release an immune response that can make you feel very tired as well. So if you've got continued inflammation as well, that can erode away at the gut lining, so you've kind of got a vicious cycle going on there. So big buzzword at the moment, leaky gut. So lots of people know about that, and that's why, that's another reason why it's not something you really want to have going on for too long. So another big one, the last one I'm going to mention today, is that your HPA axis, so your hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, that can become exhausted over time. So that's your body's main kind of stress response center, part of your nervous system. If you've got lots of inflammatory cytokines circulating through your system, that's going to really trigger your stress response. And if your stress response gets triggered too much, that is going to make you feel exhausted. So if particularly if you've got it going on over a long period of time, eventually your adrenal glands are just going to, they're just going to give up. You're not going to have any energy at all. You may even get to the point where you cannot even get out of bed in the morning. It can get that bad. So that's quite an extreme example, but it does happen for sure. Okay, so that's 5 reasons there why having a compromised gut can actually really impact your energy levels and interfere in, your kind of day-to-day activities and everything. So if you would like more information, then do just pop me a DM with info, and I can get some information over to you. Otherwise, if you did find this useful, do like and share, and I shall see you next time. Okay, bye.